Would it be okay if we spent a few minutes to actually help you construct the language that you want to actually use to capture people's attention? Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Would that be good? I think that would benefit all of us.
Sure.
Okay. So is that okay?
Yep.
Why don't we do that? And we can maybe facilitate that, because I think a lot of the fear is actually the separation between what you say and how someone reacts to what you say. And I have it too. I'm a people pleaser. I'm the youngest of 8 kids. Okay? You know, it's like I grew up pleasing others. You know, I just wanted everybody's attention, and the way I did it is to please them. So that between what I say and how people respond, okay? So I'm going to give you a model, and then we want to actually role play this, okay? I'm going to skip past something that I was going to do, but this is really powerful, and it speaks directly to what you're talking about. And this is actually how you can begin to reconstruct what you say. You've all seen the stimulus response model. Have you ever seen that before? It's a very old model.
Focus, snake, get bit.
Yeah, that's right. Focus, snake, get bit. Everything, if you look at your life right now, look at the response you're getting from people. There's one thing consistent about every interaction. What is it? You. You're in the interaction. You are always the stimulus. Okay? So, I meet somebody, I say something, stimulus. They respond. Response. That's normally how it works, right? Okay. But that's actually not how it works. Because we have something up here called the lizard brain. And the lizard brain remembers all those stimuli we've encountered across our lifetime. So here's the thing, and we won't go through this in terms of specifics, but can you think back to something that actually, when that stimulus comes about, and let's use network marketing because I think it's the perfect example. Is there anybody who has not been exposed to network marketing? Really, think about it. It's the oldest model, really. It's a enterprise model. Okay, stimulus. I want to have a house party. I'm calling somebody to have a house party. That person remembers a house party they did 15 years ago. Didn't turn out so good. You come along, stimulus, house party. Response, what's their response?
No.
Why is their response no?
Because it didn't work 15 years ago.
That's right. And is that really a response?
That's like a reaction. Yeah.
This is worth the price of admission for today, and I'm serious about this.
Absolutely.
Okay? If you're causing people to react, not respond, what's happening is your stimulus is taking them back in time to a bad past experience. We all have them. We all have triggers, stimuli, that create not a response. This is present, right? So, in order for me to have a present conversation, in order for me to be present, where must you be?
In the present.
Present. I promise you, if you just test this out over the next week, just be aware of it, and be aware of you as stimulus, and just be observant to the responses you get, I guarantee you, 50% or more of the responses you're getting are reactions to a bad past experience. Multiply that by 100 if you're talking network marketing.
Cheating.
Game over before it starts. Guess what? You don't even know it. You don't even know it. You're here, stimulus. You're thinking response. You're thinking I'm in the present. Guess what? 2 different time zones. Past, present. Now, here's an interesting thing. Some people are not in the present or in the past. Where are they?
They're in the future.
Right. So, they want a better future. Here's the question. How can I help you get a better future if you're out in the future or you're in the past and I'm in the present? Can we have a conversation today? Well, we can, but it's going to be a waste of time. I'll bet you go back to your last 25 conversations. I'll bet half of them were here. And I'll bet another third of them were here. People are out there or they're back there. guess what? If all you did as a result of this session is learn how to bring people present, the game would change immediately. It has for me. So here's the key. There's two powerful ramifications of this and payoffs for us. The first one is, if you want to stop getting people reacting to bad past experiences, what must you do? What must you do?
You don't leave it present?
What must you do to bring them present?
That's where I want to go.
Change the stimulus. Do you realize our entire business is this right here? This is it right here. All the rest is detail. So, question. What are you saying to stimulus, cause response, cause effect? And is what you're saying to somebody taking them back in time to a bad past experience? Game over, and it hasn't even started yet. Worst part is you don't know the game is over. You know why? Because you can't get in their head and see what time zone are you in. How many people are you talking to right now who are stuck in the past, and if you don't clear the past, you can't bring the present. You can't have a present conversation. I go through this every day with people. They're like living in the past, or in the future, wherever they are. Okay? So, what can you say differently? This comes back to language, words, body language. How do you reach somebody? We talked earlier about introduce somebody here. Ken, meet Debbie. Debbie, meet Ken. That's worthless. Almost worthless. Without the question, why? Why does Ken want to meet Debbie? If I'm going to introduce Ken and Debbie, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, hey, Ken, I believe you should meet Debbie, and here's why. Hey, Debbie, I believe you should meet Ken, and here's why. And I send an email to Ken and Debbie, and I say, I'm putting you guys together. Here's why I believe it's a good match. Now, Ken has something to talk to Debbie about. You don't have to start with, well, tell me about your life, and all. It's like, why should I talk to you? Here's why. Because I'm third party who's bringing you together. I'm going to bring you present to a present conversation. So, the first amazing consequence of this and payoff is you will stop getting rejected when you stop taking people back to bad past experiences. And if you do have a bad past experience, I want to clear it before, because I can't have a present conversation if you're in your head all the bad things that happened to me way back when. Okay. Now here's the flip side of this, which will also change your life. You want to stop reacting? We all react. I'm a reactor. Okay, I'm like a nuclear reactor. Sometimes. That's it. If you could just get rid of that Jersey Devil, I can't. It's fun. I'm sorry. But here's how I learned. I had to train myself. In between stimulus and response, there's a gap. Okay? It's really the presence gap, but I call it the decision gap. If you want to stop reacting to what other people say and do, you've got to manage and control your decision gap. You cannot allow their stimulus to take you back to a bad past experience. Because then where are you? You're in the past. Can you have a conversation in the present if you're in the past? My goodness. And think about yourself. How much time do you spend here in the past and here in the future? No wonder it's so hard to be present with people. Right? So if you want to stop reacting, and this is really powerful, control the decision gap, even if you have to take a breath and say, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I don't want to react. You know, my lizard brain is screaming at me. You know, danger, Will Robinson, run fast. Okay? And I've got to manage and control that. What are the words that you create that cause people to go back, stop that right now, and start creating a stimulus that allows people to be present and respond in the present? So, quick question. True, Mary, can we have a conversation in the present, or has that bad past experience so soured you that you actually can't talk about anything right now because this is still weighing on you? I've had people who literally had said, thank you. I just wanted somebody to share this with and get it out. Now I feel like I can be present. Let's talk. Doesn't matter the words, right? I mean, it's really being present with people, bringing them present. If all you did was this, people would just magically start to flock to you. Because your message, your stimulus, would be creating a response that you want. That allows people to be present and respond in the present. So, quick question. True, Mary, can we have a conversation in the present, or has that bad past experience so soured you that you actually can't talk about anything right now because this is still weighing on you? I've had people who literally had said, thank you. I just wanted somebody to share this with and get it out. Now I feel like I can be present. Let's talk. Doesn't matter the words, right? I mean, it's really being present with people, bringing them present. If all you did was this, people would just magically start to flock to you. Because your message, your stimulus, would be creating a response that you want. That's reverse engineering. That's creating a stimulus that reverse engineers the response you want from people. So how do you create that response? By changing your stimulus. It's all about this right here. Everything we're talking about, in my opinion today, falls into this category of changing the stimulus. Okay? So we'll get specific about what are the words that you can use that describe what you do that will cause people to be present, not take them back, not take them to the future, and say, I gotta know more. Or, I know somebody who needs to hear what you have to say. Okay?
So I help business owners and professionals acknowledge and show appreciation for their client base, to help them stand above the competition, to maintain and grow their client base.
Okay, so say that again.
Yeah, there are way too many words.
It's okay. That's okay.
So
That's where we start.
I help business owners and professionals
Okay.
acknowledge and show gratitude to their clients.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep
So
going.
yeah, so they can. And this is where I start to fumble. So they can kind of maintain the loyalty and stand above their competition, which will then grow their client base.
Okay. I haven't a clue what you sell. That's right. Okay, so who would be business and professionals? Okay, that's really clear, right? And you might get a little bit more specific. So, of the people you've helped in the time that you've been in business, okay, what kind of business owners and professionals seem to be the most valuable client or business associate?
It's really like small business owners.
Small business, okay. Is there any particular type of small business?
No, it can go across the board. It's not like it's a doctor or an accountant or a veterinarian or a stone
Okay,
owner.
so let me ask you a question. Who would you love to work with most?
I know that's who I would target. In business sense, I honestly don't really care. And maybe that's bad, but
Well, it's not bad.
or I could go like in a different way. Like I could do stay-at-home moms, or I could do military wives. It's still kind of the same thing. It's just tweaking what I say.
Right. But who would you love to work with?
Would I really love to work with? I'd say military wives.
Great.
There you go. So you knew
There's
the
your
answer to that
passion right
question,
there.
didn't you?
Like, this is the curse of the network marketing industry, in my opinion, is they almost have, major self-esteem issue. It's like, why don't you just come out and say, I do network marketing and I'm damn proud of it, and if you're not in it and you don't like it, that's okay. I'm looking for people who can really get psyched about it.
Amen.
Okay? Okay, and I guarantee you, when you stand up like that, the people will come out of the woodwork. But if you kind of circumvent the conversation and try to get in through the side door and make believe it's something it's not, and then you come in with, is this network marketing? And then everybody says, oh, yeah, I guess it is. Well, geez, if I can't stand up here and stand in my work, I better find some other work. If I can't play for the love of the game, I better find a game I can play for the love of the game. I know you play for the love of the game. Now you've found your audience, right? And you found your why. Now, the question is, what can you do for them? Let's bring some wrap around this. What do you do? Now, let's work on your new statement of what you do, and let's see what you come up with. All right, just let's work it through, because this is helpful for you and everybody. So what do you do now?
So I help military wives, and I
Okay,
help military wives.
Get out of your head. Don't even look at this.
Okay.
Don't even look at
So
this.
I help military wives. Do I sound like deal with maybe some
Now get down to this with business people, because I want to know return of investment. There's 2 ROIs that I want to look at real quick. Okay, and this is apropos for you. The first ROI is return of investment. So we're in a day here. You're giving up money, but you're giving up something more precious, which is you can't give it your time back. You can get money back. You can always make more money. You can't get time back. So I want to make sure you get a fast return of investment. That includes money and time. So if you put in 7 hours or 8 hours today, and you multiply that over whatever your hourly rate is, your real investment today, the money is inconsequential compared to the time. It's not inconsequential, but it's less consequential. So if you add return of investment, you have to figure out your money that you invested plus your time invested at whatever amount it is, and then you come down to X amount of dollars. So how fast can we get you? So if I charge somebody $5,000, I'm not looking at how I can make them $5 million. I'm looking at how fast can I get them back to $5,000. Why? Because if you get your $5,000 back very fast, you're playing with what's known in gambling as what? House money. The second ROI, once I get return of investment, is return on investment. So, if I were you, my last point on this, my question is, would you share with me your marketing budget for the year? What's your marketing budget? What's your sales budget? What's your customer service budget? Can you find 10% of that budget, either one of those 3 or all 3, that's a non-performing asset? I'm a financial planner. I'm a certified financial planner. 30 years ago, I got my CFP. When I sat down with people and I evaluated their portfolio, I do the very same thing today as I did 30 years ago. I say, where's your non-performing assets? I don't want to get into your pocket. I don't want to have you to break open your piggy bank and give me money you don't want to spend. I want you to give me money you're already spending that's going to do more for you than the way in which you're spending it now. So I go right after their marketing budget. I go right after their customer service budget. And I'd ask them, would you make a deal with me? So you say any small business, great. So if you don't want to narrow it down, just say I'm looking for a small business owner who has 10% or more of their marketing budget in non-performing assets. Wow. I bet there's not one person in Send Out Cards who has ever said that to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a business owner who spends at least $100 a month on customer service or more. Because if they're spending $100 on customer service, could they spend $30 on some cards?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay.